Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel Cybersecurity. In today's episode of Think Like a Manager, we would like to talk about one of the most important cybersecurity program, Computer Security Incident Response Program, which is also called CSIRT, function as the immune system of a body and responsible for detecting and preventing intruders from breaching our systems. Before we get started, let's talk about why it is so important. Security risks is determined by the probability and impact of exploitation. Even with a very low probability of exploitation due to effective security controls, if our systems are breached, the impact can be severe unless the attack is immediately contained and prevented. Once a data breach becomes public, then it is too late to address the effect. Therefore, the lack of a proper security incident response program poses a critical risk to the organization. It's important to note that we use the term organization here. We meant all of the entities dealing with IT, as having a security incident response program is essential broadly. The Security Incident Response Program should smoothly handle various day-to-day tasks, including establishing open communication. This is to ensure anyone can report suspicious events easily. Secondly, validating the report. This includes checking and confirming suspicious events reported through these communication channels. And the next one is the containment efforts. This means smoothly managing all of these actions to minimize the impact of attack on assets and networks. And the fourth one would be effective communication. We need to keep all of the leadership, legal, privacy, and other key stakeholders informed during the instance. The fifth one is eradication and recovery. This refers to the handling efforts to completely remove traces of cyber attacks and restoring systems to normal operations. After that, we should conduct deep investigations, conducting thorough forensics analysis to understand the root cause, vulnerabilities, the attack vectors, includes insights into the attackers. And last but not least is to share the lessons learned with other key stakeholders. Disseminating insights among the leadership team and stakeholders to incorporate preventive countermeasures for the future incidents. The key to a successful incident response program lies in swift and effective handling of these processes. This requires the right resources, which is the individuals who can handle pressure, understand the technical aspects of the company's business, and communicate very well and efficiently. Additionally, having the right technologies, directives, and communication channels is indispensable for a successful program. The rest of this video will outline the steps to construct a security incident response program that meets all of these previously mentioned requirements. If you are keen on delving into the incident response, or if you are responsible for setting up such a program in your company, we invite you to stay tuned. Our aim is to share our experience and assist cybersecurity professionals in enhancing their knowledge. So let's go through the procedures together. Step 1. Define the security incident scope. To kick off, we need to define what events are security incidents and which security incidents falls under the CSIRT's umbrella. Naturally, any attempt to compromise the confidentiality and integrity of company assets and data would be a security incident. However, not all of the incidents might need to be handled by CSIRT team. For example, events related to distributed denial of service attack affecting data availability may be managed by the DevOps team. It is vital to decide who handles incidents related to physical security breaches, such as theft of laptops and phones. Additionally, the incident response team needs to clarify if high security risk vulnerabilities flagged in scanners or penetration tests warrant the full incident response treatment. Basically, in step 1, we need to figure out what is in scope and what is out of scope for the CSIRT team. That's our summary of step 1. Now let's talk about step 2, reach alignment with the key stakeholders. As mentioned earlier, CISR should serve as a central coordinator for all of the entities involved in handling a security incident. To achieve this successfully, the CISR team should first identify the stakeholders and then establish alignment with them. This involves informal meetings and engagement to get the stakeholders actively involved into the incident response process. In this step, the goal is to uncover challenges, constraints, and issues essential for developing the program. This information guides the program's optimization. This process also establishes the initial agreements on how and when to inform stakeholders, defining required input information and determine the expected output. Typically, key stakeholders like legal and privacy departments are crucial, with others identified based on the organization's business. For instance, in IT service companies, CTOs and head of DevOps are primary stakeholders. Collaborating closely with the cyber threat intelligence and SIM program is also essential, as it identifies the leadership team that needs to be involved in the incidents. Agreement with the leadership team regarding incident reporting templates should be reached. With this alignment completed, the next step is to establishing accessible communication channels for the incident response team. So let's talk about step 3, establish rapid communication channels. Prompt notification is crucial when a suspicious event is detected. Every second counts. The incident response program must create diverse communication channels, such as a 24/7 phone number, a Slack channel, an email address, and a one-click reporting option. Regular dissemination of these channels throughout the organization ensures that all of the employees are well informed on reporting suspicious incidents for heightened awareness. And this is our summary of step 3. Now let's talk about step 4. Set up incident response governance, policy, standards, and procedures. In the chaos of an incident, time is the essence. To ensure an effective program in place, policy, standards, and procedures are required. Establish a robust governance framework collaboratively with the stakeholders, building on alignment from step 2. The policy sets the rules, dictating the processes and controls. Standards and procedures delve into the specifics, detailing implementation and conduct guidelines. To formalize this, roles and responsibilities among the stakeholders are essential. Following the initial alignment in step 2, the incident response team should create a formal RACI table, aligned by all of the parties, clarifying ownership, responsibilities, and the need for information and consultation for each process. And the policy should specify at minimum the following processes in place. Firstly, governance setup for the incident response. Secondly, communication channels for incident reporting. And thirdly, handling security incidents covering validation, communication, containment, eradication, recovery, forensics, lessons learned, and monitoring. And fourthly, regular incident testing processes. And the next one will be training program for employees' education on reporting incidents, roles, responsibilities, and security risks. And the last one is the dashboarding and reporting on incident response effectiveness based on the defined metrics. Establishing governance is just the beginning. Now it's crucial to spread the word and raise the awareness throughout the organization. This ensures everyone knows the necessary steps in case of an incident. The policy should mandate comprehensive training for all of the employees by the incident response team, providing guidance on procedures and reporting. And don't forget to implement testing plans to measure program maturity and set up clear reporting guidelines. For creating robust policy controls, a good reference will be NIST Special Publication 853. Alright, that was everything about step 4, which is fundamental in the program. Now let's talk about step 5, equip with the right technologies. With the policy set and the CISR team in place, the next crucial step is adopting the necessary technologies. Considering the incident scope outlined in step 1, the team identifies and evaluates technologies needed for handling suspicious events. In essence, the incident response program requires either directly manage or interact with the technologies below for handling of incidents. The first one will be technologies for detection and responses to malicious behaviors on user endpoints, such as EDR and antivirus. And the second one will be technologies for detection and response to malicious behaviors on organization internal network. And next to that, it's also important to have technologies to validate suspicious phishing attempts, such as sandbox environments. And of course, logging analysis tools such as SIEM, application logging and alerting system, and etc. are also quite essential. And the fifth one will be the instant notification tools, next to employees' email services and application inventory tools on the user endpoint. And of course, communication tools should be also considered. Last but not least, cyber threat intelligence tools will play an important role in your incident response program. As mentioned, some of these technologies might be managed by a stakeholder, but CISR team should be trained and have access to these technologies for effective handling of incidents. Okay, now finally the last step, step 6, smooth sailing, monitor and improve. With the groundwork laid, the incident response program seamlessly shifts into business-as-usual operations, following the policy controls. Keep a vigilant eye for any gaps in the organization and promptly rectify them. For example, if employees face challenges in reporting suspicious events, tweak the training program. Welcome and act on feedback from stakeholders to continually enhance the program. After all, it's an ongoing journey of refinement. Like any other program, the incident response program will also encounter some challenges during its operation, where in general mostly are related to behavioral aspects. In this video, we will list 3 of them to give you a heads up. The first challenge we would like to talk about is resource crunch. Incidents are unpredictable, and the initial challenge lies in building a responsive team. However, an overwhelming volume of reported events can strain resources, posing a significant risk. Incidents can occur at any time, even during holidays or at night, demanding immediate attention. If the incident response team's compensation doesn't cover outside working hours, handling incidents becomes challenging. A practical solution involves designating experienced employees as on-call responders, offering additional compensation or incentives. This creates a flexible, extended incident response team. And the next challenge we would like to talk about is balancing team stress. Despite the security mindset of the leadership, involvement in incident handling can create inherent tensions. Dealing with multiple incidents in a short span may lead to anxiety and fatigues for the CISR team. While some programs allow for prioritization over time, the incident response and management processes require swift attention. To address this challenge, build a team with resilient, experienced individuals who are motivated to work and grow within the cybersecurity realm. And regularly acknowledge their efforts with kudos, compliments, or incentives during and after incidents for an effective morale boost. And the last challenge we would like to talk about is ensuring effective monitoring. Validating reported events is crucial for the CISR team to distinguish real incidents from false alarms and potential data breaches. Inadequate validation poses a high security risk, with potential delays in detecting or linking incidents with reported events. Take, for instance, a scenario where an employee maliciously steals sensitive data. If the CISR team fails to properly validate an alert, the impact may unfold with significant delays or go entirely undetected. To mitigate this, implementing a robust monitoring process and establishing a clear separation of duties in handling suspicious events becomes imperative. This ensures timely and accurate identification of incidents, preventing potential harm to the organizations. Alright, that's top 3 challenges we would like to mention in this video. Overall, incident response stands as the organization's primary defense against cyber attackers, making it a vital program. When constructing a security program, incident response should be a top priority. Once established, ongoing monitoring and adjustments are essential for more effective incident handling, ensuring efficiency with minimal human resource investment. Alright, this is everything we would like to include in this episode. Hope you find it helpful. This is Cybersecurity, and see you in the next one.